Beautiful though. Look at that. Did you catch that? So pretty. Rock the boat.
Aaliyah's choreographer said she received a phone call that Dame Dash was in an accident. Lenny Kravitz sent a private jet. However, Hype Williams ended up getting on the private jet. He directed like Belly, Scrubs video, so much stuff I can't even name. Leaving Aaliyah's only way to get off the island was the plane that crashed. Kingsley Russell. He has been quoted in a book, Baby Girl, better known as Aaliyah. Aaliyah refused to get on that plane. One of her teammates handed her a pill, took that pill and like passed out into a deep sleep. So they carried her on that plane. She wasn't even conscious when she got on the plane. And in less than a minute, it crashed. They found her body like 20 feet away from the wreckage. She was still in her seat with her seatbelt on. Her autopsy report revealed that she passed from severe burns and major head trauma.
Maybe Aaliyah's family will be held accountable for what they turned their heads to. And maybe Hype Williams will be charged for conspiracy to commit murder. It's time to talk, Hype. It's time for the public to ask you why Aaliyah couldn't get on Lenny Kravitz's plane. And you had to put her on that clown car plane. Who asked you to say that? And do yourself a favor before you make any statements. Please remember, I was the dog shit out of little X, your apprentice. I know a lot more about you than you think I do, Hype. It's time for us to stop pussyfooting with the truth. Time for Aaliyah Dana Houghton's death to be properly investigated. It's time for Fatima Robinson to speak up about what she heard on that phone. It's time for somebody to be honest about who gave Aaliyah the pills that knocked her out before she was carried onto a plane she didn't want to be on. It's time for those who knew she was terrified to get on that plane to speak up. And it's time for Hype Williams to be officially questioned about why he made her get on that plane and why they forced her to do it unconscious.
The most fucked up shit was Aaliyah dying. That was the most fucked up shit. And all the shit I had to deal with that. You'd be surprised how people act when they think you're hurt. That's when they really start trying to make moves on you. That time I was beefing in Def Jam and shit, like when I was, they got that tape of me, and that's when they made that meeting, and they made that meeting to do some shit behind my back. So that's when they go. And you know, business is ruthless like that. Life is ruthless. Trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. And then it got brought up, and I was like, fuck both of y'all. But it never worked out for them, and we were both like trying to get at her. I like kind of eased up, but then we ran into each other.
Is he bitter?
Obviously. He felt the way.
The true reason of Rockefeller's breakup.
But everybody knows that shit.
Do you have any opinion on the R. Kelly situation? Do you think he got railroaded, or he's where he belongs?
Yeah, I think he's where he belongs. I mean, I know Aaliyah, so I know what he did. I was doing videos with him. I was being in the video, but I'd be like, yo, what do you want me to do? And she'd be like, don't start nothing, just don't be in no shots with him. So I would never, you show me a picture of me in a picture with him and shit. And then when he did the record with her, with him, with Jay, that's why I was that was almost like one of the things where I was just like, he's out of here, Jake. I just let it go because I couldn't believe he did a project with her, with R. Kelly, knowing that he had raped my girl. I didn't, if you look at it, like I'm not on there as an executive producer, and like he had done some bullshit before, like he wanted to get out of Rockefeller with us. He did this shit twice, you know what I'm saying? And then went on the run. It's like,
what's crazy is that
it was just flagrant.
He was right, to be honest, because R. Kelly, once the shit came out on R. Kelly, Jay-Z fled the scene. Well, that whole situation, he just disappeared. At least from where I was.
Yeah, whatever. But the point was, he knew all the time. When she got on the plane, she didn't like the plane. So like one of our last texts before she went there, because she couldn't text from there, and it was the BlackBerry at the time, was I don't like the plane, and I literally was like, don't get on. I literally was like, don't get on it. Not even that part, but just that's what it was. Like, she knew that plane was fucked up, but she got on it.
Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter. Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it.